G'day and welcome to the Breaking Through podcast, back in person after, well, we didn't get to record the last one, did we? We had technical difficulties, but back in person at a time where it couldn't be more busy.
Dude, I was looking at the schedule for this week of all the topics that we had, and I was just like, whew.
They're all out the window, essentially.
We had months of nothing. We were running on fumes, and now
we were running on fumes. Now it is festival season. It's here, and to kick us off, we have just had the Beyond the Valley lineup announced. Before we get into that, Breaking Through was on that BTV lineup. It is our first festival appearance. When we got asked, there wasn't really a second thought. It was like, yup, this is exactly what we want to do. We've wanted to take this to you guys for a while. It's just getting to a position where, getting a place to do it. And obviously all you guys will be at a festival. That's what we talk about.
Yeah.
So
what a place to have the first live podcast, I guess, with both of us.
Yeah. So the festival's the first place for us in December. So super excited. On a lineup that, man, Black Eyed Peas
insane.
And John Summit headlining that festival.
The Veronicas.
Now, we had our John Summit prediction pretty early on.
Yeah.
Thank you for being right again. I just felt it. I just knew John Summit and Untitled to just have that connection. Black Eyed Peas, though, that is such a left field option that it was either going to, with those left field options, people either go, what the fuck is that doing there? Or, oh my God, that is such a good left field option. It's Black Eyed Peas. It's Beyond the Valley. They've had picks similar, not to this extent though, of this capacity. And man, so good. BTV have shown again, they know how to do a lineup.
Yeah, it's a genius booking. It's a name that everyone knows. They've got such a good discography. Like, that set is just going to be like one of the highlights of the whole weekend.
To get like Black Eyed Peas as an Oz exclusive,
insane.
That probably would have cost an arm and a leg and everything else. But man, to get that on your lineup, it's what Splendor used to do, and we haven't really had that.
Yeah.
You could say Laneway does it, but like they're in multiple locations. If you want to see Black Eyed Peas, you have to go to Beyond the Valley. That's crazy. I mean, people were going to go anyway. It was going to sell it anyway. But you have that on top of it. It's going to feel like how it used to feel with Splendor, where it's like, oh my God, how the hell am I going to get tickets? That's what it feels like after this first reaction. Of course, there's people that are negative on it, but there's not many people like, a Black Eyed Peas even like that good of a pick. What? Of course they are. It's
generational.
Literally, I think this Black Eyed Peas pick is one of the best picks of a festival, an Australian festival, since COVID.
I agree. Totally. Name a better way to spend your New Year's than watching the Black Eyed Peas, the Veronicas, and John Summit.
Whilst we're on this BTV Veronicas thing, the Veronicas and Breaking Through podcast are on the same lineup. Now, what I would like to do, Breaking Through and Veronicas have never been in the same location before. I obviously have an Untouched by the Veronicas tattoo right there. What I would love to do, if Beyond the Valley can help us out, I would love to get a picture with the Veronicas next to the tattoo.
We have to. have to.
Like, as soon as I saw it, it was like, oh my God, the Veronicas are there. Oh my God, the Veronicas are there. They can see the tattoo. So if we can get that sorted, that would be amazing. Like, what a way to bring in the year.
Yeah.
Especially with the backlash, we'll get on to Spilt Milk in a minute, but Spilt Milk came out last week, and the backlash of like, it doesn't really fit that well. Why is this there? Why is that there? There are multi-genre festivals. They're so hard to get right.
Yeah.
And then BTV comes out, multi-genre festival, pretty similar. They're dance focused. A few bands there, a bit of pop, a bit of rap there, and then you've got headliners that hit.
Yeah.
It's just interesting to see the difference between that. Obviously, they hinted at a lot of the acts anyway, but man, you've got Ocean Alley, who Australian staple. I didn't think they were going to be on it as their headlining rolling sets.
Surprise, yeah.
So that was that was a bit of a surprise to me. But Disco Lines,
Cool.
yeah, been huge. Now Archives, huge as well. Hasn't been here for a bit. Vince Staples was supposed to be here for other festivals, so good to actually get him here. I've seen him a
Massive.
couple times.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really stoked. It's obviously very dance focused. BTV is that, but to have other genres in there mixed in there really well, I'm very excited to share this lineup with these acts.
The streets are talking and breaking through. One of the highlights of this lineup, I've heard.
Yep.
But yeah, no, it's just that they've been able to pull so much stuff together. It's a good mix of international artists and local artists. Like, it's just a perfect mixture. I really can't props to them enough. Like, it's just a great balance. It's a great mix. And they've got some really good exclusives in there as well. Frost Children are in there. I was expecting them for Laneway.
Yep.
There's some really good, I haven't really even sunk into some of the smaller text artists on there.
Yep.
I know Boys Noise is in there. That's pretty
Yes.
crazy. Two Charm.
Yep.
Pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, they just knocked it out of the park, really. And this is what Australian festivals used to be like. This is what everyone wants out of an Australian festival and what we haven't seen in a long time.
And then to even get Kiki doing a 3-hour set on the pre-night.
Yeah.
That's such a good get. Pre-nights aren't supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the lineup and then went, hold the fuck on. We've got Kiki doing a 3-hour set, man. That's awesome. And it's got me thinking, is Beyond the Valley the best festival Australia has currently?
It's up there. It's up there. They're incorporating stuff for example, our stage, the Lounge Room.
Yes.
That's something that you don't get at many other festivals.
Yeah.
It's a sort of different vibe than other festivals are going for. I'd say they're up there. I'd say it's them or Laneway. Maybe good
You've
things.
got Knockout as well, the
Yeah.
hard styles.
In terms of mixing genres though, definitely the best multi-genre festival.
Yeah, it's the best multi-genre festival we have, I think. And obviously we've had New Year's Eve festivals in the past. They've come and gone. But if they keep going in a music scene and a music environment that is hard to put on a festival, to sell out so quickly, last year, it's going to happen again this year. Pre-sales, they're going to go through the roof. Man, I don't know if there's anyone currently making as much noise as BTV.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to put it. Obviously, there's always noise around Laneway. Everyone's always very excited about Laneway. Spilt Milk obviously had such a successful year last year. Knockout has success every year. They sell out as well. But I don't feel like they make as much noise.
Yeah. No, definitely.
And that's not us shitting on any other festivals. We're saying you're all successful. It's just there's something different about BTV at the moment.
Yeah. Well, BTV's for everyone. Knockout has a very cult audience that are kind of packed in. They understand who's on the lineup. I look at those lineups. I don't know any of the artists on there, but all that crowd does. But BTV, it's a mix of stuff. It's a mix of stuff that I don't know, and I know a lot of that lineup. So, dude, stoked.
Yeah, I agree. And
I think this is going to sell out in seconds.
Yeah, I can't see them not selling out same day. I think this could break records for them. That ball, they sold out in an hour last time. So is it going to be 40 minutes this time? Obviously, depending on how much they have on pre-sale. But yeah, I just can't see this not doing well. And it's always nice to see BTV doing well because we want to see festivals doing well.
Yeah.
Obviously, we talk about when festivals aren't doing well and they cancel or locations get taken off and all that type of stuff. We have to talk about that type of stuff, and that sucks. But it's so good to talk about an Australian event, an Australian festival lineup that everyone just loves.
Yeah.
Or, everyone, it's overly positive and you go, this bad boy is going to sell out. It's what we used to do. We don't get to do it as often.
It's very rare.
It's good to, have that with BTV. And I'm just excited it's our first BTV going down there this year and experiencing it with everyone else. It is a trek for us to get down there.
Yeah.
So, we've kind of got to make the most of it. We'll be there the whole time. We'll be there 4 days.
Come say hello if you go on the festival.
Yeah, if you go on the festival, can you actually come and come to the podcast tent thing and actually see us? I've had a few of you guys reach out saying that you'll come and listen. It's 45 minutes out of the day.
Yeah.
45 minutes, guys. Like, it's during the day as well, so we won't be clashing with any major acts.
We're going to make it a good show as well.
Yes, we're actively thinking about how exactly are we going to do it. Do we just talk shit? Do we just wing it like the day before and go, hey, we're going to start thinking about this?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think BTV was really good.
And it's like, the thing I love about the lineup, it's not jumping the shark like a lot of other festivals do when they get a great lineup. I think this is
What do you mean
like
jumping the shark?
I mean, jumping the shark is like they'll never be able to beat it again. I think this is very in the lines of what
Maintain
Beyond the
the
Valley.
standard.
They've maintained the standard. The
Yep.
last 3 years, I think you could look at three, and if you present all three lineups to someone, they'd have every person would have a different favorite year that they liked.
I don't know how they top Black Eyed Peas.
It's going to be
This
hard.
this is a story for next year.
Yeah.
But they're not someone that has suffered from the Kendrick effect.
Yes.
So and what I mean by that, obviously Spilt Milk came out, and it's so interesting to go from BTV to Spilt Milk because BTV is so overly positive. People are losing their minds, and Spilt Milk got one of the worst receptions since probably Splendor. And we saw what happened to that. Before we get into, that type of stuff, I did a lot of videos on it. I've done a lot of live streams on it. I obviously love talking about this type of stuff. And we're more than happy to be critical on lineups. Breaking Through's not the type of media to go, oh, this lineup's incredible, this lineup's perfect, and pump it up when obviously there's so much discourse. But if you're the type of person to comment on a festival and go, I hope this cancels, like, you better cancel, yada, 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 you don't deserve to go to these events in the future.
Yeah.
If you're not going to support events or hope someone has a downfall, like these guys, there's a lot of people that work on this. There's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that goes into these festivals. We can never hope that these things fail.
Yeah.
We can criticize. We can say what we don't like. We can be constructive about what we don't like. But when I see comments going, I hope you guys cancel, that's disgusting. You don't deserve to go to events.
It's the reason we don't have Splendor anymore.
Yeah, you don't deserve to enjoy our music scene if that's the way you're going to talk about music or events in Australia. For a scene that is already struggling, that doesn't help, man. For a scene that already doesn't have much trust in it, you're going to tell the promoters that I hope you guys lose your jobs, essentially.
Yeah.
That's gross. We're not about that. We'll sit with you guys for hours and talk about what's good and not so great about lineups. We love being honest about that type of stuff. But if you come in and go, can't wait till this cancels, gross, dude.
Yeah.
We don't stand for that at Breaking Through. And that just tells me you're not open to having a constructive chat about what you don't like. And I think the main thing about Spilt Milk, once I saw that lineup, we'll get onto the leak in a second. But once I saw that lineup, it was like whiplash.
Yeah.
I was not expecting to see Lewis Capaldi on that lineup anywhere near it. Ray, we had been predicting her since, I think, all year.
Yeah.
So that didn't shock us, but Lewis Capaldi we weren't expecting at all, and I think it was more shock that we, for one, didn't get Tate McRae. A lot of people thought that those hints were going there. Sabrina, but come on. Comparing to Kendrick, and that Spilt Milk are dealing with that Kendrick effect of expectations need to be met, and people feel like that it's not there.
Yeah.
And after such a big year, you put the Tate theory in it. You put in Lewis Capaldi, who people don't feel fit Spilt Milk. You put all of that together, and that's what we got. That's the reception we got.
Yeah.
But a few things that I'll disagree with people on. If you're sitting there saying Lewis Capaldi is not a festival headliner, you are completely wrong. He's headlining overseas festivals. His tour here sold out all arenas. Like, he is an out-and-out headliner.
Yeah.
That is just, like, if you're saying he's not a headliner, he shouldn't be, like, that's not true. The thing that we can discuss, though, is he a headliner for Spilt Milk? Does he fit Spilt Milk? That's a better conversation to have.
Yeah. See, I agree with people that it's going to be a weird end to the day to have Lewis come on because it is so like soft and kind of there's not going to be any dancing. It's going to be everyone kind of standing there. That I understand. But I think the thing that I look at the lineup and go, this is why it doesn't work, is that it's just not meshing with the headliners. The rest of the lineup doesn't mesh with the headliners as well as it should.
Yeah.
I think with Lewis Capaldi and Ray, they go well together, but the rest of that lineup doesn't kind of complement it. The thing that I love about Laneway is you got Chappell headlining, and then you've got Wolf Alice and Wet Leg under her on the main stage. They work well. That's all an indie pop sort of like thing. And even the rest of the lineup under that, Pink Pantheress, you know, it all works together cohesively. Spilt Milk feels a bit thrown together in terms of the lineup. There's not enough rap on it to appease the rap fans, I don't think. And Dance with Kedema, I think Kedema's a really good get. I don't think the other dance acts on there are really complimenting him either. So it does feel a bit thrown together, a bit random when you look at the whole lineup together. And maybe that's the disconnect with a lot of people going, this is shit. It's not really. It's just not curated as well as previous years.
And I think that's what we've said before. These multi-genre festivals are so hard to get right. Yeah. I think if this was the first year to come back after last year, I don't think we'd be getting as much of a problem as we've seen over the last couple of days. So I think after last year, the dance and rap aspect of last year worked really well, and then you come this year and it's more kind of indie poppy, and people are like, this feels like a laneway lineup, which it does. It does feel like a laneway lineup. I feel like it's just maybe the hinting or the campaign didn't direct people in the way it should have.
Yeah.
To maybe pull up that Tate McRae theory. I think that's something that in hindsight they probably went, yeah, we should have done that. Yeah. Because if you're looking at that lineup and going, you're expecting Tate McRae, Fred again was getting thrown around in there. So you're expecting Tate McRae, you don't get Tate McRae, you get like a shell shock with Lewis Capaldi.
Yeah.
So you're already upset that Tate's not there, and then you're surprised in maybe not a positive way. Of course you're going to act negative to it.
Yeah.
There was rumors that acts may have pulled out last minute. I did see a lot of those comments, and whether they're true or not, we don't know. But I see a lot of the comments on the Spilt Milk lineup, and I go, I agree with you to an extent.
Yeah.
But does that mean that it's not a good lineup and it won't be good fun? No. It's just it's a lineup we weren't expecting, and a lot of people are struggling to deal with that.
Yeah, I think the negative backlash, it could sort of sway people away that might have been like, I like Lewis and Ray, I'm going to go to this.
Yeah.
Having that sort of like, oh, I feel weird going to this now because everyone hates it. It's going to be hard for me to get friends to go. I might just not go.
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't happen.
I
hope
agree.
people that still like some of the acts on that lineup still go, have a good time.
The audience will just be very different to last year.
It's going to be very different. Yeah.
But it's like, it's not going to be, you're not going to run from Kedema and then go into Lewis Capaldi. They'll probably be playing at the same time.
I think they'll be clashing,
They'll have the dance acts, in the tent, and then it'll probably go Baby Keem, Ray, and then Lewis Capaldi on the main stage.
Yeah.
That's probably what it's going to be, like, just to separate those genres a bit, because it could be a bit jarring. But
another problem that I have with the lineup is the middle section to the lower section of the lineup. I don't think it's as well. There's not enough meat in there as previous years. Usually you get like Spacey Jane, Peach PRC, like sort of Morat. You get those sort of like big, half legacy sort of like Australian acts in there. Not much of it this year. A lot of fresh faces, a lot of new artists. I would love to see some more stuff of things everyone knows.
But there's no like value pick acts. Like last year they had Somber. That's true. Somber in that early slot. And that's the type of, with how strong last year was, for Somber to be in like an early afternoon shows you how good that lineup was.
Yeah.
So, I think they just had everything aligned for them this year, and maybe it didn't this year. Does that mean it's a bad lineup? I don't think so. Do I think it'll sell as quick? Probably not. But yeah, there's still some really good acts on there. Tobias, I've spoken on this podcast before. One of my favorite songs of all time. His remix of Sickly Sweet's so good. Jiggets is on there. You know, probably my main criticism of this lineup is that there's too many acts on there that have been here recently.
Yeah.
And that's not a criticism of just Spilt Milk. That's a criticism of all festivals. I want acts that haven't been here in 12 months.
Yeah.
You know,
Maisie longer.
Yeah, like Maisie Pete, 12, 18. Like, if you've been here for 2 years, I personally don't want to see you on a festival lineup. Like, Maisie Peters was just here. Remy Wolf was here at the start of last year. Ray was here at the start of last year. Lewis Capaldi was here at the end of this year, end of last year, did that sold-out tour. Kedema was here on the last summer run. So there's just, like, with those type of acts, like, if you have return acts, if you have a really good lineup, you go, oh yeah, I'll see them again. Yeah. Whilst I'm, you know, really excited to see them, yeah, I'll go and see them. But if it's not a lineup where, like, you're totally excited about, or it's not getting a good reception, those same acts, you go, well, I've already seen them before.
Yeah.
I saw them 6 months ago. I saw them a couple months ago. That's you know, those things that could be positive turn negative really quick.
It turns from a, like, I'm going to get a ticket to I'll see if when we get closer to the day.
Which we can't
have.
have. We can't have for Australian festivals.
Yeah.
No. So yeah, that's I feel for him. I feel for Spilt Milk right now. I hope it still sells well.
Maybe we'll get the house party again this year.
No, come on, don't put that out there. But yeah, I just can't remember a time where I've seen a festival get that much of a reception, and you just go, man, how is that team dealing with that right now?
It's a shame. People were hanging for Ray. Like, I know Ray was getting a lot of hype for her to come back to Australia. Kind of sours it, but hopefully it all comes together.
I think they're just missing, like, another genre headliner there.
Yeah. Spilt Milk never do nostalgia. And, like, you look at BTV that does a bit of nostalgia. A lot of the other big festivals do a bit of nostalgia. Maybe it would have been good to throw, you know, some old acts in there.
Yeah, I want to move on to... we spoke about it before all the festivals came out, but are we ever going to get a festival again that doesn't leak, like, an hour before? It's like, last year they leaked, like, the day before or a couple of days before or whatever. This year, Spilt Milk they were supposed to announce 10 o'clock and then 11 o'clock, and then, you know, things obviously happened. But, so we'll say an hour, 2 hours-ish. BTV got their lineup posted in groups and Discords and whatever. I saw it 45 minutes before. So it's like, we're getting so close to these lineups getting fully announced with no leaks. And it, like, last year, it was screenshots of everything. So people have, you know, actively done the wrong thing. But this year we're getting, you know, magazines, and we're getting artwork getting put up too early or stuff like that. I just imagine seeing that Black Eyed Peas on the official lineup for the first time. Oh man, we were so close. If you did get to see the lineups, Spilt Milk, I think every person saw that before that went up. But if you got to see that Black Eyed Peas on the lineup for the first time when it got announced, happy for you. But yeah, I just miss the days of lineups not being leaked. We got so close. One of my mates messaged me this morning and was like, can't believe BTV didn't get leaked. He sent that message at like 11:15.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just miss it, and it's still great. I didn't get too many messages as much as I did for Spilt Milk, but yeah, I think it was just very close to announce, and they stuck to the original announce time, so that's good. But it's just
no one can keep a secret. Everyone leaks.
I can keep secrets. I can keep secrets. A lot of people know. All my sources know I can keep secrets. It's all in here. It's all in here. So yeah, I was a little bit disappointed about it, but you know, good receptions for BTV, and I don't know if the leak hurt or helped Spilt.
I don't think it. Oh, the Spilt Milk. I mean,
tough, huh?
Yeah, I don't think it did much. Anyway, I think the people that were going to be upset about that lineup were probably upset about it, regardless. And also, I think like, I'm a guy. We've talked about this before. I don't enjoy the social media person that runs Spilt Milk. I think they talk like a 16-year-old girl to everyone, and I don't like the cattiness of it.
I love the Spilt Milk mod. I love the Spilt Milk mod.
To be in charge of a multi-million-dollar festival, I expect a little bit of professionalism instead of being called bestie. And
you know what's really funny about that? People think I'm the Spilt Milk mod.
oh,
People have messaged them and going, "This is breaking through, isn't it?"
hey besties.
So you're actively saying you don't like me, but like the hey besties thing, that's not a Spilt Milk thing.
It's a lot of
festivals do have like, and if you go like hey bestie,
cut it out.
Like it's very like corporate trying to get in with Gen Z.
Yeah.
Where I feel like the Spilt Milk mod is very good at kind of separating themselves to all the other festivals. That's actually got a personality. Now, the Spilt Milk mod last year was very successful because the lineup was well received.
Yeah.
When people found it funny because it's like, haha, we've got Kendrick, haha, that's funny. This year, people ain't liking it because it's negative, and it's like you can't change personality of your account halfway through. You can't go with being this Gen Z sassy mod, and then when it's not well received, go, okay, we're going to be professional now. It doesn't work. You've gone. This is what we're going to do. We've got to commit to it.
Yeah.
I've seen all the comments going, it's not professional. It's not that. Like it's a point of difference for their festival. You can't expect them to change halfway through.
Yeah, it's just rage baity when you don't like the lineup and you're trying to convey, I don't like this lineup, and they're going, you're a hater bestie, and then doing the nails emoji. Oh,
yeah, but it's like it goes with their personality, and it's like I still find it funny as hell, and it's like, yeah, sometimes do they go a little bit too far? You rage baiting a little bit too much? Yeah, you probably are.
Yeah.
But like, I think that comes to if you're getting that much negative press on your lineup and you go, maybe I should take an extra 5 seconds to reply to this. I think there's probably some comments in there they probably should have held back on, but I feel like it's all in line with who they are as the mod.
I don't know. I think Laneway is very, it goes for the Gen Z crowd as well. I don't think they stoop to those levels. I think the girls that run those accounts are very good at what they do.
Yeah, but no one's going to any other festivals of going like, when you think of these festivals, it's like, what's their personality?
Yeah.
No other festival has that. When you think of Spilt Milk, you know that personality.
Sure.
That works. So in hindsight, will they change it a little bit next year? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Will they go as hard? Will they go as rage baity? Probably not. In the report or whatnot, or the end of year meeting, the end of season meeting, it's like maybe we'll tone it a little bit down next year. Maybe not as sassy, maybe not as rage baity content, but that personality needs to stay there because it's super important to who Spilt Milk is, in my opinion. If like that personality plus their campaigning with like hints and all that type of stuff goes hand in hand. If you take that personality away, the hints aren't as fun.
Yeah.
So that actually brings us to the next question, though. Do you think Spilt Milk should have the hints next year? Do you think they kind of keep in line with their marketing the last couple of years?
I think this year was a little too open-ended.
A little too vague?
A little too vague. I wouldn't put a sports car in there unless you got Tate McRae on the lineup. I think
it's a Lightning McQueen.
But still, it was too open to interpretation. Everyone knew. I think they should have gone into the damage control when they saw the names that were getting thrown out there. Hey, let's not say anything that's going to go back to Tate, Sabrina, Fred again. Push it in the other direction that it's going to go to, obviously, Ray, obviously, Louis.
But this is the thing, though, with these hints. Once you've got something in your head, you've got an artist in your head, you will be able to tie that act to any hint they put out.
Sure.
Absolutely any hint. Yeah, did they start out too vague? Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. But hindsight's a beautiful thing. They might not go as vague next year, but should they have gone, we've got to nip this Tate McRae theory in the bud? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have.
Yeah.
And they would know that. They would look at that and go, yeah, maybe if something's getting out of control next year, we've got to nip that in the bud. But that goes to the success of last year, is that any hint you put out, because of how big of an acts you got last year, you're going to connect the big acts.
Yeah.
I think next year, if Spilt Milk continues, fingers crossed, I think people's expectations won't be as high, because obviously they do hints for Australian acts every year, but we're tying that to fucking like other huge acts.
Yeah.
So, I think the expectations for next year with the hints, I think the hints will be done a little bit differently, but I love the hints. I love the Spilt Milk marketing. It gets people going. It gets people talking, constantly talking, where I feel like their marketing is the most organic.
Yeah.
Where other festivals, like BTV's marketing this year, that game show thing was really good. It's very polished though.
Yeah.
And
which I like better.
See, I'm more of like the other, like my content's not polished.
Yeah.
Like you don't go to Breaking Through and go, fuck, I love his polished content. So I feel like that's why I resonate more with Spilt Milk's marketing and campaigning, because I think we're on similar wavelengths of how we want to approach things. Where Beyond the Valley, like that game idea was awesome. The video they put together with it was awesome. There was like a news report, so that goes in line with kind of stuff they've done previously, like the BTV like newsrooms and all those. The magazine they had.
Yeah.
I love the magazine things that BTV does. I would like them to dive more into that. Like that would be sick. And the games they did for their pop-ups and that type of stuff. They've got their type of marketing and it works. I would love to get in there and be like, hey, let's do something a little bit different. Yeah. Or let's have a Breaking Through bit of flavour across it, where I feel like Spilt Milk kind of does that.
Yeah. Hey, I hope the 18-year-old girl that's running the Spilt Milk socials is okay, because I bet she's in the trenches this week.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I've had a hard week. Weekend. People think it's me. But I can tell you now, I am not the Spilt Milk mod. It's not me, but yeah, I'm. There's still some really great acts there.
Is this all Taylor Swift? Like, did Taylor Swift start this sort of like Easter eggs thing, and now everyone's kind of following? Everyone in the music industry has to follow suit and do this stuff.
I kind of feel like I influenced it.
Yeah. Oh, you did.
Were festivals really hinting that much before I started doing it?
Yeah, true. Yeah, you were the OG hinter.
Like. I just got those ideas because I was like, I don't want to get in trouble, but I can hint. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, so I didn't get it from Taylor Swift. I didn't really know that she did Easter egg stuff. But like everything kind of ties in for her, where it's like I make it as vague as possible.
Yeah.
And now every festival does it, and I think festivals saw that what I was doing was working and went, oh, we actually know all the acts. Maybe we can do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I reckon, not to toot my own horn, but I think I influenced a lot of it.
Beep, beep.
Yeah, just a little bit. But I think BTV will be fine. Obviously, that's gonna sell. By fine, I mean sell insanely quickly. And we hope Spilt Milk's fine. We support all Australian festivals. We're obviously very critical on lineups and tours and that type of stuff, but we never want to see things crumble. Maybe
they'll have a somber situation where someone on that lineup will blow up by the time the festival rolls around.
Yeah. I think there's kind of a few acts there that could do that. Like Maisie Peters had like a little time there. Maybe one of those DJs will pop off. What do I mean? And there's a lot of good acts there. Jiggets is really good as well. So yeah, I hope so. Alexia, like we talk about her on this podcast numerous times.
Yeah.
So yeah. Whilst all this was going on, whilst Spilt Milk was announcing, we got System of a Down teasing. They've announced they're doing Melbourne, Brisbane, Sydney, and Wellington. That's cool. Good to see Wellington get a show. Yeah. It always goes to Auckland. And people are like in the comments going, why is it in Auckland? It's like, bro, whenever it's in NZ, you always get it. Yeah. So sometimes you just have to share. Like stadium shows. What do we think of... It's with Faith No More as well, so what do we think of these System of a Down stadium shows?
Huge, man. I did not know System of a Down was a stadium band. I'm trying to decide if it's a joint effort because Faith No More... Like, I reckon System of a Down a multiple arena night band. Faith No More maybe one arena every night. but the joint effort puts them in stadiums, and that's massive. I even think there might be second dates in a couple of cities get announced.
The room, that's actually a good question. Do you think System of a Down and Faith No More will add more dates? Because the room in between those shows is a lot.
Yeah.
For stadium shows. So it's like, is there going to be more System of a Down shows? I'm like, if there is, I'm thinking it's either just Melbourne and Sydney or just Melbourne. I don't see there being.
It's not going to be an Oasis level.
No. But I'm just like, those gaps are really. Do they just really want to enjoy their time in Australia and New Zealand? Because people are asking me, going, do you think they'll add more shows? And I'm genuinely not sure. Usually, if it was like an Alex Warren or something, and you see that gap in dates, I'd be like, brother.
Yeah,
he's adding dates, but with System of a Downer, I'm genuinely not sure. So
I think it works well. And listen, this is coming from someone that's just come from over in Europe. The jet lag has hit me so hard.
Yeah,
I imagine this gets a lot of artists. You might want to enjoy some time just so you can get past the jet lag.
Yeah, good point. I was just like, wow, that's a lot of time in between. But obviously, I report on heaps of tours and festivals and whatnot. The System of a Down and Faith No More crowd are nuts.
Yeah.
The amount of comments that I've gone, I'll sell my family, I'll sell my lung, I'm selling my kids to get tickets. Like, I haven't really seen that before.
Yeah.
Like, we've obviously had Taylor Swift, Olivia Dean, all that type of stuff come and announce shows, but I've never seen System of a Down fans be this crazy.
I don't think we've had them in a long time.
It's been 2012.
2012 was the last time that they
believe here? They were here. So it's been 14 years since
that the
they've been here.
Soundwave?
Yes, I believe. Yeah, it was.
God damn.
So yeah, it's been a long time. That probably plays into why they're doing stadiums as well. But the comments you guys have been posting, it has made me giggle. Please don't sell any of your family members. Please just, people are like, I'm going to remortgage my house to get tickets.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa.
Jesus.
What are we doing?
I mean, Faith No More as well is such a good get because I'm pretty sure they've been broken up for the last 5 years too. These are like their first shows that they've announced back.
Yeah, I think that's, Wall of Sound, who broke the news, said that he may think that they're starting their tour in Australia.
That's massive. And I think they've done that before with the Soundwave too. It was like their first shows back. Don't hold me to this. When they did it way back in the day. I think Queens of the Stone Age were also on that lineup. But I mean, those fans are eating again, and they're biting into what Good Things can get. I mean, they're two very Good Things bands.
Yeah, we're going to have to do episode next week, I think, because we're getting super close to that lineup announced and people going, can you do Good Things predictions? We will do them. But I think the teasing they did, the stadium's doing it as well. I really like that teasing.
Yeah.
And I know the sale started the next day, but even as soon as you see them tease, you go, this is our time to save. And especially, with those prices, they're not cheap. So, I hope you get tickets. A lot of you guys messaged me today saying you got tickets, which is good. But yeah, we're busy. We're only going to get busier. Coming around to Good Things time. We'll probably do a video of who's ruled out for Good Things as well. We'll do that on the pod. And yeah, I think we've had more festivals already. We've got a few more festivals coming, and then it'll turn out to Good Things and then Laneway, and I've still got NZ festivals to cover. So so much is coming. There'll be more tour dates for everyone. That's still coming for 2027. That's what we'll be looking forward to now. It'll all be 2027. So I hope you enjoyed the lineups that got announced. Don't be too critical on ones you didn't like, but
don't
definitely
waste your time doing that stuff.
Yeah, don't waste your time. Or be critical. And I think the main lesson, I'll leave the podcast here, is that the main lesson with Spilt Milk is that a lot of people said that, Spilt Milk was trash, Spilt Milk was this, yada, yada, yada. And then, once you actually talk to them about the Spilt Milk lineup and what they think about it and get them to think about exactly what they think, they don't think it's trash. They just don't think it's for them.
Yeah.
So if we can get to that type of thinking of going, this lineup just isn't for me. Just isn't for me. Instead of this lineup is trash, I think the whole music scene will be better as a whole.
I agree. Totally.
Here. See you next week.
Mwah.